Jeff Glor has a status report on the future of the printed word.
When Johannes Gutenberg invented the printing press in the mid-1400s, he built a system, movable type, that worked, and worked very well, with incremental advances, for more than 500 years.
Sheet after sheet, the printed pages begin to pile up at one end of the press.
The system still works, but in this new decade, the book business is undergoing its biggest change since, well, forever.
Where do books stand as we enter 2010?
Well, they're certainly at a crossroads.
Larry Kirschbaum is a literary agent and a former publishing house CEO.
We are at the crossroads in terms of this new technology.
That's because when you talk about books now, it's impossible not to talk about physical books. Paper and bindings you can feel and see and smell versus electronic books, downloaded documents, digital ink, a whole new world of reading.
If you handed Gutenberg a Kindle today, what would he think?
I think he'd scratch his head, you know. Well, especially the idea that there are thousands. I mean, this guy sweated to get out, you know, a few Bibles. I mean, you know, and what do you mean there? You know,
I can store.
What do you mean there's a database here of 1 million titles? What are you talking about?
What we're talking about are these increasingly more elegant instruments that store libraries of information in plastic cases thinner than a pencil. Just look at the numbers. In 2009, there were about 2 billion physical books sold in the United States. Sounds like a lot, but that's down nearly 5% from 2008. In 2010, that number is expected to drop another 2%. But ebooks? Sales will go from about $150 million last year to an estimated $1 billion business by 2012, as new products from tech companies like Apple flood the market.
Did the transition to electronic books happen slower or faster than you thought it would?
Everything happens faster. There's nothing that happens slowly anymore.
Best-selling author Ken Auletta is a media watcher and columnist for The New Yorker.
The speed is exponential. It's just stunning. If you think about it, it took television over 3 decades to reach 50% of the American public. It took electricity 70 years. It took the internet 10 years. It took Facebook 5 years to reach 350 million people. That's extraordinary.
Electronic books could up the ante even more, though not every author is on board. J.K. Rowling, most prominently, writer of the Harry Potter series, refuses to sell her books as ebooks over worries of piracy and wanting readers to experience physical books. Still, ebooks have the potential to rewrite the publishing business model. You might be surprised to learn that most books don't make publishers a penny. As in the movie business, they strike it rich with big hits, the bestsellers. But now it's even tougher, with Amazon in particular serving up a wide range of ebooks at less than $10, a massive discount, and other mainstream retailers offering select hardcovers at less than $10 as well, for a loss. Everyone is scrambling to understand the new normal.
Amazon has changed the game. I mean, there's no question. They have really brought the consumer into the game in a way that they never were involved before.
And it's not just ebooks. It's books on the internet as well. More than 20 million of them. The stated goal of tech giant Google, still in the middle of the monumental task of scanning and posting every single book ever written.
Are these guys as ambitious about books as they are about everything else?
Yes.
That sure sounds noble, capturing and spreading information in typically grand Google-esque terms. But the company has faced bitter copyright lawsuits along the way.
Google collects a tremendous amount of information, and with Google Book Search, they'll be collecting much more information. What happens to that information? Who holds it? And who can use it? Can you sell it to advertisers? And is that a danger?
I'm loath to say this as a book lover, but given Google's ambitions, does anybody really want to read 20 million books?
No, but you like to know you have access to them, and that's great.
Great for Google, maybe not so much for small bookstores. Those quaint, dusty nooks that, yes, still do exist in cities small and large.
People want to come in, feel appreciated, feel that they're doing something more than just buying something.
Harris Healy has owned Logos Bookstore in New York City for nearly 20 years.
They want good value, and the good value is experiential.
10 years ago, there were about 4,000 independent bookstores in the U.S. Today, less than half that.
Okay, thank you very much.
A loss felt for sure. Though as some chapters close, others begin, largely through digital delivery. Not perfect yet, but given how easy it is to access information today, it's worth asking.
Has there ever been a better time to be a reader?
No. Content is still king in an odd sort of way. For 500 years, publishers have done perfectly well with the same technology. They're going to do even better with this new technology.
Books aren't going away.
They're not going away. No, they're definitely not going away.